Greetings, Gemini. Bought a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. All right, we have Space Cadet by Metro Boomin showing up here. So, Space Cadet, some of my Geminis are definitely wishing that they could be in outer space right now. Guess what? You are in outer space right now. I know you're on planet Earth and not on another planet. I definitely know some galactic Geminis. There are definitely some galactic Geminis going on here. Right off the bat, I just saw the Four of Pentacles, so some of my Geminis are definitely keeping things to themselves. They are saving right now. You're like, I got enough, but just for me. I'm stable, but just for me. It's mine. The Four of Pentacles card is the mine. It's the mine card. Mine. You're like, yeah, I got the material, I got the stability, but it's mine. You're not sharing. You're not sharing, Gemini. We have the Page of Wands at the bottom there. You may be thinking about extending a passionate offer to someone, but I feel like it's just to get needs met. I don't feel like it's anything stable. The Page of Wands is not usually a stable energy. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, well, you know, we're kind of in quarantine energy right now. So whatever it is that you were working on is currently paused. It's currently halted. You may be working in a line of work that is currently getting slowed down, or you may currently be laid off temporarily from your job, or work could just be kind of slow right now. Everything going on, Gemini. Your energy. Okay. Faith, what's crossing you is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the thing about the Eight of Swords is this is a web that you put yourself in. At any moment, she can remove herself from this web, but she's put herself here, probably because the Four of Pentacles energy. You are keeping your circle small, Gemini, and by keeping your circle small, you are living small. You can live, and what I mean by that is there's just something so much more. I mean, we have Space Cadet, for crying out loud, is your song right now that's playing. The universe is wanting you to expand and push out, but you have this feeling of like, but I can't because I need to. You have like, you're stuck in your ways, Gemini. Which, Swords card, it's all that mental space. But I like that Faith is here because Faith is saying, this Major Arcana are always main cards. There's something inside of you that is nudging you. You feel this beaming light that's trying to come down to you, but you're a Gemini, so you're trying to think for the answer. You're trying to think your way through. You're trying to control the situation, and the universe is going to basically show you that you cannot control the situation. All the swords are pointing right at her. It's putting her in the spotlight. She is underneath the energy of the full moon, which we have a full moon coming up here in a couple weeks. We also have a spider with the Roman numeral 2. King of Cups. Ooh, yeah, that's why we have the Faith card here, Gemini. We have the Seahorses. Seahorses are all about a partnership that is actually a partnership, not a relationship where like the guy plays the guy gender roles and the woman plays the woman gender roles, because let's look at what seahorses do. The male seahorse carries a pouch of babies, for crying out loud. He carries the babies. Now, you're holding your cup though, and you're keeping this cup to yourself. So Eight of Swords, you could be thinking about someone from the past. You could be thinking about extending your love to someone. King of Cups is extremely deep, passionate. You also could be subconsciously dreaming about or thinking about a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Pisces, someone who's a water sign, although I am getting more of Scorpio vibes here. But you're holding that cup. You're not extending it out yet. Why? Because you got the Eight of Swords energy here and the Four of Pentacles. Mine. Woo! Empress card is what's crowning you. All right, could be thinking of a Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus, Aries, for sure. We've got the swans here. We've got the whales here. We've got ocean spirit. We've got some eggs. We have like a cheetah leopard thing going on. She is blowing a dandelion. We've got a stag here in the corner. So white stag energy, which the white stag always inspired the warriors to keep hunting, to get the ominous white stag. The white stag, so this person that's giving you an Eight of Swords energy, especially with the Faith here and the Empress card, someone in the King of Cups, someone is upgrading you on an emotional level, Gemini, and you're like, but I don't wanna. You're like, Four of Pentacles. I need to, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The universe is saying, Gemini, now's the perfect time to stop focusing on your coin and your business and to actually get down to your spirituality. The universe is trying to get you into a place of spirituality. You are your heart is being guided here, especially with the King of Cups and the Empress. These are like some of the most nurturing, loving, like passion, emotional cards that there is. Now your past energy is the Five of Wands. No wonder your energy is Eight of Swords, because there's a conflict going on here. But every conflict that you're experiencing, or if you're like watching someone and you're just like, ugh, I can't believe I connected with them, or you're watching someone and you're like, I just don't have feelings towards them anymore. All these conflicts, Gemini, it's because that's within yourself. If we really look closely here, this is all the same person. You're battling with all your twins. All of the twins inside are battling themselves. That's the energy that you're coming out of. But notice here, like the Carl Jung quote says, it is said, no tree may reach to heaven whose roots do not reach down to hell. It is said, no tree can extend to heaven whose roots do not reach down to hell, something along those lines. So if we see, this is a trunk that is being made here, and there's enlightenment happening on this trunk alongside the Faith card, where the light is, it's like coming through. But Eight of Swords, you're like, no, I don't want it, but it's happening, Gemini. It's here. The fives are all about challenge and change. We have dragon wings behind that. Ooh, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is one of the most spiritual cards because there's not a person technically in it in the original Rider-Waite. We do have a centaur here, and I was literally just talking to Taurus about the centaur, really coming into a spiritual union with someone where it's like the two of you merge and become a centaur together. Horses have a very passionate, raw, powerful, sexual energy here. Now with this Eight of Wands, he is pointing his bow and arrow directly at someone. We have Seven of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which Seven of Wands is the vulnerability card, because Seven of Wands upright is saying, no, 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 no. No one is coming in here. But in reverse, it's saying, okay, I'm thinking about it. Let's see what your path says. Feeling a call to shuffle. See Four of Swords in reverse. So with Four of Swords in reverse, you're coming out of a state of healing. Coming out of a state of that, and you are going to possibly have some quick communication to someone, or someone is going to have quick, passionate communication to you. Eight of Wands is also about communication. It's the most quick moving card in the deck. Because you're having some spiritual revelation about something. Your heart is being activated here. King of Cups. Whew, that just wanted to go flying out. We have the Queen of Swords is your energy on your path. So you are like, you know what? By the time that you are presenting this idea, you do have the third eye activated here, but it's all the way up through the crown to the ether. So you're going to be practical about this. You're going to be like, all right, how do I make this passionate offer and keep my dignity like a true Gemini? Gemini, love it. But at the same time, if you're a guy, you're honing into that queen energy, which is receptive, more feminine. I like it because it's the only way that you're actually going to call something in. So firstly, we had, boom, Four of Wands is the energy of your environment, who you're dealing with. So they already know that you guys have like a soulmate union. They already know. Four of Wands is the 11-11 card. They already know. They already know. You already know. Hopes, Dreams, and Fears is the Emperor in reverse. Taurus also just got this card, so lots of correlation to the Taurus. So what I'm feeling with this, Gemini, because a lot of you Geminis are actually Taurus in Vedic sidereal, so it's kind of perfect, because if you watch the Taurus reading, then that's probably for you too. Vedic sidereal, just for those of you who are like, what does that even mean? Western astrology was written based off the calendar system that we have instilled, but the calendar system is actually off of what's actually going on upstairs, as in outside of planet Earth into the cosmos. What's actually going on in the cosmos, Vedic sidereal, is what's actually going on in the cosmos real time right now, which is why most of you Geminis watching this, you're actually a Taurus. You're actually a Taurus. Hate to break it to you, but you're actually a Taurus. So in that regard, again, Taurus had this exact same card in the same area. So I feel like there's an areas that you're thinking about here. Also the Emperor in reverse. You may be worried there's been too much time. You're worried about rejection, so that's why you're not communicating. You're like Eight of Swords because, yeah, I had a fling with this person, or this is someone that we had like a little thing going. We have Jenny from the block, Jennifer Lopez playing. That's fun. But you're feeling like too much time has passed, or you feel like you're just thinking about it too much, Gemini. They have the Four of Wands. They're a yes for this. Like, they're just patiently waiting for your Eight of Wands offer for you to come through like a Queen of Swords. Now, if this is a work situation, then you could be having like a fear of not getting a promotion. There could be some issues here of not having a necessarily high enough like self-esteem. You could be feeling like someone else is kind of higher than you, or someone just has like a really strong personality and it's just really confronting, and there's like work here. They trigger things in you. 8 of Swords, like things that you don't want to look at. You're like, man, I like this person, but when they do that thing, like, I don't know if I really like them. Like, it's, especially that 5 of Wands, there's a lot of just like rebuttal going on here. That's all internal. Everything that you feel, everyone, this is not just a Gemini, everything that you feel that other people make you feel, no one makes you feel anything, Gemini. You make yourself feel things, and other people trigger these feelings in you, and the universe puts these people in your life. Everyone who crosses your path, every single person that crosses your path in the universe is a soul tie at some level, because they are brought to you divinely. There are 8 billion people in the world. It is not coincidence that the people that come into your life, even if it's just for a day, one conversation, one night stand, whatever it is, Gemini, they are coming into your life to activate something in you. And indeed, it is activated with that 8 of Wands. We have multiple 8s here. 8s are all about really bringing things into a solid balance, so that you can really build a foundation here. Your outcome is Justice in reverse. So you could be dealing with a Libra and saying no to a Libra. With that Justice in reverse, I'm also feeling like you're feeling like it's just unfair. We have the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Star in reverse. Taurus literally had all 3 of these cards, Gemini. I can't make this shit up. I will say the Page of Pentacles was in reverse for them. So with the Star in reverse, I feel like you feel like there's a missed opportunity somewhere. With the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, you're feeling like everything that you just started building from the ground up, everything that's going on in the world with this whole thing, with this whole quarantine situation, you're like, no, I used to be feeling on top of the world. I'm on the top of the world, looking down on creation. Okay, so is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love puts me on the top of the world. Okay, so Gemini, you're feeling like you're losing your pentacles right now because of this whole situation. It's okay, it's okay. This is just a time to pause and reflect. Page of Pentacles, I feel like you are going to reach out to this person. With the 8 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords upright, Queen of Swords is the one who actually has her communication straight. She has all of her ducks, she's all of her ducks in a row. So she knows what she's going to say. She knows exactly how she's going to say it. She's balanced with the 8 of Wands upright. She's going to be passionate about this, quick. But with the Page of Pentacles, you're going to like present it as like it may just be like a text that's like, hey, do you have plans for, what are your plans for quarantine? Do you have any travel plans after quarantine? Could be something like that. So let's see what your runes and your oracles say, Gemini. We have Just Jammin' playing, and that was a really fast flip. Ooh. Ooh. We got a 9, which is a perfect completion of a hermetic cycle. So, this is Hagalaz. This is the hailstorm. This is why your 9 of Pentacles are in reverse and why the Star card is in reverse. Because right now you're experiencing the pelting hailstorm. This is why you have the 8 of Swords, because the hailstorm is trying to bring you some faith. It's trying to pull you into the Empress energy. It's trying to lead you into the King of Cups, your heart, which Gemini, some of my Geminis are fighting so hard. You're fighting so hard to feel into your heart here. Hagalaz is about crisis. This is radical change, going through a catastrophe, which we know our world is kind of going through a catastrophe right now. This is about regression. So just like I said, that 9 of Pentacles, you were like, yes, I'm finally building my business. I'm finally having a savings account. I'm finally, and then womp womp, womp womp came through on the world. I don't even want to say its name. Not going to give it that much attention. This is the cosmic primal egg, though. Little did you know, Gemini, this situation is divinely planned, as everything is, divinely orchestrated. This is about protection, so you are protected no matter how much you're like, no, you are protected, Gemini. It's going to be okay. This is also about severe weather, so watch out. If you live somewhere where there's severe weather coming through, just, protect yourself. This is about the uncontrollable, unavoidable unpleasantness, but it's meant, Gemini, to propel you forward. So this is a good thing. This is about growth, flourishing. As we see, it is said, no tree may reach to heaven whose roots do not reach down to hell. This is about Short-term disappointment for the long-term good. This is about don't try and fix what should break before it breaks you. Don't try and fix what should break before it breaks you, Gemini. This is about bringing awareness to your unconscious ideals for eventual procession. This is inevitability of your fate. This is word, orlog, the cosmic fabrication of how your life is becoming. This is about becoming, actually becoming. This is causing discomfort in others by awakening their own subconscious garbage. This is about objective confrontation of all of your past patterns. Remember that hail shocks and confronts you before it melts into water and creates the transformation to nurture seeds to bear trees that will bear fruit later in later seasons. So right now you experience it as a hailstorm. Stop, this sucks. And then after the season of hail, is the hail done yet? Pink, another hailstorm. And then finally it's all done. Then you look down and you're like, oh, wait, all my seeds are getting watered. Look, there's a sprout over there. And then in seasons to come, that sprout is going to be the tree that you're eating fruit from. All right, Gemini? So it's a good thing. It's a good thing right now. This reveals your personal past, your past lives, early childhood development. So this is also used as a clean curse against others, as the recipient will only experience the ill effects of their own accountability or lack thereof. This is also about witchcraft, female magic. This triggers suppressed inner conflicts, necessary destruction to bring in rebirth of a whole new world. New phase in your life. This is truly letting go of the past, having a final judgment day. And you just think it's so darn unfair, Gemini, with that justice in reverse. You're like, no, this is not fair. Gemini, oftentimes the things that happen in my life that I think were my greatest catastrophes actually ended up being my greatest blessings. For example, a little over a year ago, I was hit head on by a driver. I was the first car totaled out of multiple cars totaled. It was a catastrophe, left me with so much trauma, but you know what else it left me with? It brought me into a state of healing because I suffered a TBI from the accident. It brought me into a state of healing so that I actually started learning how to play the harp. And now what am I doing? I'm in school to become a clinical certified musician, and obviously not right now, but I've been volunteering in hospitals so that I can get my hours for the certification. So I can get the certification so that I can actually be hired in hospitals to play my harp therapeutically, which I'm doing for people on a lot of Zoom calls right now. So a year and a half ago, I had never played a musical instrument in my life, ever. Not a musical instrument person. Nope, not in my family, doesn't run my family. Boom, catastrophic car accident, completely annihilates my life, completely upheaves everything that I had planned. I thought it was the worst thing ever. A year and a half later, that was a hailstorm. A year and a half later, what am I doing? I'm sitting in a hospital playing for people therapeutically, and I'm watching these people's lives change and heal right in front of my eyes because of the medicine that I'm giving them while I'm playing my harp. Okay? So, Gemini, sometimes the things that we think we want to do, we cannot play God. We cannot play universe. The universe has a plan for us. It is up to us to surrender to the process, surrender to what the universe wants you to do. There may be a job that you're like, this is going to be my job, this is going to be my thing. And the universe is like, that's funny, because actually it's not. You're going to do something totally different, but you don't even know that now because it's just going to feel like a hailstorm. So there's all my private information, Gemini, and back to this because it was very relevant for the situation. This is about suffering, disappointment, suffering are necessary. They're the first necessary steps of larger change in your life, Gemini. This is also about emotional outbursts, so just be cautious of, kind of projecting onto others. This is all about new possibilities coming through, the cosmic primal egg, sharp realizations. So let's see what the ponies have for you. And we have, hola, only lovers left alive. Jene Aiko, only lovers left alive, Gemini. Only lovers left alive. We got the white Arab. Seeking direction. Of late, you have been a place of indecision about what path or direction to take. Absolutely. You're like, do I say something to this person? Do I not? Do I just keep it to myself? King of Cups is really pushing you subconsciously. Your dream worlds might be pushing you to this person. Gemini, this question is not as difficult as you're perceiving it to be. Ask yourself what direction will create the most peace in your life. Peace. Not 5 of Wands, but peace. One direction will take you a step closer to your divine purpose. One path will lead you towards your own good and the good of others. Your heart knows the direction as it seeks peace. Peace, purpose, and light for all who are involved. Choose carefully, Gemini, as this may not be expressed as the easiest path for you right now. This may actually be a path that is very difficult. Seek with a higher mind. The key here is seeking for peace and the greater good of all. The decision does not have to be made overnight. Be at peace and choose with grace. All right, Gemini, I love you guys, and I'll see you shortly for your end of the month readings.